Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, is our location for today's special. We are about to solve the world's problems right now.
Okay.
Let's hash it out, okay?
Yeah.
7.5 games back in the East right now. I get it, it's May, but it's still 7.5 games back. Al Leiter, if I were to hand you this roster, would you think I can win with this team?
Yes, mostly because of the top three guys, and I like, Patrick Corbin. I think was a very good sign, obviously, and you got no doubt with Scherzer and Strasburg. My concern, and it always has been that, is that unless these guys go 7, 8, 9, their bullpen has been the worst in baseball. I mean, outside of Sean Doolittle, and we're in a day and age until starters or general managers or clubs start valuing. Okay, Strasburg, you got to go 8. Okay, Scherzer, and I know they want to. There it is, folks. So we're going to start with that and work our way back. And oh, by the way, there are the other two teams, and we know where they are. So something has to happen with that bullpen, Lauren, because you can't just do it with Sean Doolittle unless you're back in the A's days with Billy Martin as the manager and everybody have a complete game. So that's a problem. Offensively, outside of Rendon, they need Trey Turner. I mean, bottom line, straight up, Juan Soto is a great young-looking player. I had him as like tops in the league. They're going to come around. Trey Turner brings so much by him being out isn't good. There's a lot to be concerned here. Here it is. I mean, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, they're 12th in rotation ERA, 21st in runs per game, last in bullpen ERA. Exactly to your point. That bullpen, as well as offensive production, needs to be better.
All right,
Is it that simple?
The bullpen's been a problem. But let's leave that aside. There's a problem. There's something missing here for years. And no one can put their finger on it. So I almost feel like Davey Martinez. I said this last week. If you handed me the keys to this castle, I'm closing the door with the 25 guys. You tell me what's wrong. We have 3 number ones. I know we've been dinged up. You tell me. Davey Martinez, put it back on the players a little bit. Like, what is the problem here? Are we just going to blame it all on injuries? Can we not grab our bootstraps? Because I'm watching other teams do it. Why can't we get it done? Why can't we manufacture runs? Why can't we find a way to figure out and grab some W's? I don't understand. There's too much talent on this roster. Listen, I haven't been there in 7 years. It was a different time. They shut Straz down or we win the World Series. I believe that fully. But you know what? It happened. But that was a character-driven clubhouse.
Worth and different.
Mikey Morse running around.
So who's the guy? Who is it? Listen, we know Harper's
Hey, you know what? Scherzer. Scherzer's the guy. I hate saying that because I don't believe a pitcher should be the biggest voice in the room.
The guy just left, David Cohn. He was.
He might have been.
At times.
Smoltz was at times, too. I feel it's tough, but I feel like you tell me Scherzer hasn't said stuff before, though?
So if Dave Martinez closes the door, someone's going to say something?
Air people out. I need to know. What's the problem? What do you guys feel we're doing wrong? Is it lineup construction, the way we run a bullpen? Empower somebody.
Would you say something in that situation?
100%. I don't know what it would be.
Do you think everyone would?
I'm not there. I'm not behind the scenes.
But
I think a couple guys would.
Was there an overlaunch with the expectation of
Bryce
what
covered up
Robles was going to give you?
Of
what
course.
Soto was going to give you?
We just assume everybody's Acuna and Juan Soto. And you know what? Robles hasn't been bad.
No, I know. But I guess, the expectation.
Trey Turner hurt them.
As you can imagine, Nats fans on Twitter are very pleasant. Not really. Let's go to Twitter right now for some response. We picked the nice ones. Which one are they regretting the most? Not re-signing Bryce Harper or getting rid of Dusty Baker?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I love Dusty, but you're talking about Bryce Harper, right? I still.
Wow.
But does that solve the problem? If he's there, does that change it? Because it didn't last year, the year before.
But didn't we go down 30 for 30? Dusty had a feel, right? He had a presence about him.
Yes.
So you're saying Dusty over Bryce Harper?
That's a tough question.
Okay, you got the number 1 pick in the draft. Dusty Baker or Bryce?
No, I get it. It's Bryce Harper, but
yeah, no, I hear you.
I also understand $300 million is a lot to give one ball player. I just feel Bryce, he allowed other guys to kind of hide, and now they got to answer questions. He's not there to answer every question.
What's your answer to that question, Dusty or Bryce?
Oh, I love Dusty, but I'm taking a healthy Bryce Harper.
All day.
Yeah. still don't think Bryce Harper in their lineup changes their.
I don't think
record,
that's a
but
fair
by
question.
two-
I
two
mean, you have a
per game.
manager that can, manage a room and did a heck of a job wherever Dusty went. San Francisco, Cubbies.
But whose fault is it? Davey Martinez's
Reds.
fault? Is it Dusty's fault? Is it Davey Johnson's fault? Whose fault is it? Is that all the managers' faults?
No.
But
Well, that's
we've
why
been saying this for quite some time, that there's something wrong, even when Bryce was on the team.
I will say this. Every team that I've been on, you go through tough times, even the teams that we won the championship, and there's always a group of guys, not one guy, but there's a group of guys that pull the guys together. And it has to put everybody on the same page. Whether it's a manager or coach, it really has to come from the players.
One more Twitter question before we go from one of our viewers who cheers for the Nationals on a daily basis. Who would the Nats sell at the deadline if they're not in contention?
Oh, geez.
Anybody they can.
Scherzer? Except
Man,
him.
I wouldn't. For me,
Well, you do
he is a-
Scherzer. You're saying, okay, this is now a full-blown.
Yeah, but we thought that with the Diamondbacks when Paul Goldschmidt walked out the door.
You know what? Rendon's the kind of guy, they always say if you trade him, he won't sign back. I feel like Rendon's the kind of guy that you can trade and he would sign back. I don't think he thinks the same way that the 99% of the world is thinking, the players-wise. So I think Rendon can get moved. I think Doolittle certainly could get moved.
Would you go Scherzer? I'm with you on those.
No, I
Doolittle's getting
wouldn't.
outs in your bullpen.
I can win with
I know, but if you're talking about a rebuild or a reset,
You don't care about the bullpen
well,
at that
Doolittle
point.
gets you a lot. I mean, he's
guys like Howie Kendrick.
got an ERA at 1.
Guys like Matt Adams. These guys can help teams going into the postseason.
I guess now Dozier.
You're just giving up way too quick, though.
Why are we doing this? What's the middle of May?
You got 3 number 1s. Do I need to soapbox them?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Lauren would be very happy.
I would be happy.
No, last time I got a soapbox, I got in trouble. We're gonna lay off it for a minute.
Maybe for a month. 7.5 games back right now. Today's special on a platter.
Whole bag.
The Washington Nationals.